It's time that y'all gonna put some respect on my name, and y'all gonna get it right now, man.
The boxing community is completely exploded right now following an absolutely insane Instagram live confrontation between Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez that happened just hours after their fight. What transpired during this shocking social media exchange has sent shockwaves throughout the entire sport and left fans speechless. Minutes after Shakur delivered a masterful beatdown to Teofimo at Madison Square Garden, making Lopez appear utterly outclassed, both warriors found themselves on Instagram Live, where things spiraled into complete chaos in the most unexpected ways.
Where's the... Give me my space.
Multiple eyewitnesses to the entire Instagram Live drama report that Shakur Stevenson unleashed an absolutely brutal verbal assault on Teofimo Lopez, delivering some of the harshest and most cutting remarks ever witnessed between two world-class boxers in the modern era. The explosive confrontation allegedly began when Teofimo Lopez started his Instagram Live broadcast around 2 a.m. following the bout, clearly still devastated and rattled from the comprehensive thrashing he endured at Madison Square Garden. Nobody anticipated that Shakur Stevenson would suddenly appear in that same Instagram live feed, triggering an absolutely explosive war of words that has social media completely ablaze with discussion. Before diving into the jaw-dropping statements made during this intense Instagram live battle, we need to examine what actually transpired in the ring that created the perfect storm for this controversy. Shakur Stevenson delivered a complete masterpiece against Teofimo Lopez on January 31 at Madison Square Garden, earning unanimous scorecards of 1109 to capture his fourth divisional title in utterly spectacular fashion. The contest was never competitive, with Shakur effortlessly avoiding Lopez's attacks while landing precise, damaging shots that systematically dismantled the former champion both physically and psychologically across 12 punishing rounds.
What's your thoughts on this fight? Easy work. My brother Shakur spanked his ass 12 rounds like I told him he would. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of my brother, man. He did his thing, man. What stood out the most with Shakur right now? Say it again? What stood out the most with Shakur? Huh? What stood out the most with Shakur tonight versus Teofimo?
Around the sixth round, Lopez suffered a severe laceration above his left eye that continued bleeding profusely throughout the remainder of the bout, creating a gruesome visual as blood poured down his face during the closing rounds. Numerous observers seated ringside that evening noted the visible frustration and desperation growing in Lopez's demeanor and movements as each round passed, and his strategies proved completely ineffective against Shakur's brilliance.
He couldn't just get it going. Like, he just tried differently, going up and down. The counters were getting him. Yeah. What could he done differently tonight?
I don't know. You know, it's difficult to box against a great mover like that. And, you know, he tried. He definitely tried.
Insiders positioned near Lopez's corner during the rest periods revealed that Teofimo Lopez Sr. was frantically yelling at his son, demanding to know where his knockout power had disappeared, while providing zero meaningful tactical adjustments. The CompuBox statistics painted a crystal-clear picture of total domination, showing Shakur connected with 65 total shots compared to Lopez's embarrassing 72, while Shakur maintained a 44.4% accuracy rate versus Lopez's pathetic 15.4% success rate.
I still need mine. Huh? I still need mine.
Hey, I'm different.
I don't care. I need that.
I'm too big for you, Theo.
It's all good. I need that.
You couldn't do nothing.
It's all good. I need that. It's all good, man. Hey, I'm always going to try. I'm always going to work hard. I just understand, man.
What intensified this defeat's sting for Lopez was witnessing Terrence Crawford leap into the ring immediately after the final bell to celebrate and dance directly in front of him. Crawford's post-fight festivities were perceived as deeply insulting by Lopez's entire team, and many insiders believe this public humiliation directly sparked the explosive social media battles that erupted throughout that night and early morning hours.
When life comes at you, it'll come at you in many ways, and you gotta treat it like a champ.
That's it. You gotta treat it like a champ. Tell yourself it's okay. I learned from it, and I treat it like a champ every time. So if you're going through hard times in your life, whether it's from any sports or academics or anything like that, it's okay. You're still a champ. I was just honestly.
Now, here's the complete breakdown of what actually happened during this absolutely wild Instagram live session that has generated millions of views and endless discussion across every social media platform imaginable. According to real-time viewers of the Instagram live broadcast, Teofimo Lopez began the stream appearing visibly distraught and angry, complaining about the fight outcome and creating various justifications for her performance. Lopez was allegedly making statements like that, "Wasn't the real me tonight. Something felt completely wrong. I couldn't find my rhythm, and our game plan fell apart from the very beginning."
This is Johnny Boy. What do you do better than Tio?
I'm the better fighter. That's it.
Numerous supporters in the comment feed attempted to encourage Lopez and assure him he'd recover from this setback, while internet trolls simultaneously flooded the chat with brutal messages about Shakur's complete domination over him. Then, unexpectedly, according to countless witnesses monitoring the live stream, Shakur Stevenson somehow entered the same Instagram live session, instantly creating an extremely volatile and confrontational atmosphere between both fighters. Insiders familiar with the specific comments made during this heated exchange claim Shakur immediately began attacking verbally, allegedly declaring something similar to "You should be grateful. I didn't humiliate you even more completely than I already did."
For who?
For Teofimo.
Hey, yo, sometimes you just gotta grab your nuts and you just gotta put balls to the wall, unfortunately. But that's just what it is. And sometimes when you think you can keep up with a
This alleged statement reportedly infuriated Teofimo, prompting him to respond aggressively about how Shakur fought boring and never truly damaged him throughout all 12 rounds of their encounter. But Shakur's next response is what has the entire boxing world buzzing and questioning whether he went too far, or if this was simply competitive rivalry between elite athletes. People claiming to have witnessed the complete exchange report that Shakur allegedly stated something like, "Be grateful, I didn't destroy you out there," or similar words with hostile language that stunned everyone watching.
Division world champion, and that was a phenomenal performance tonight, Shakur. Well done.
Appreciate you, Eddie.
Firstly, before we open the floor to you guys, just a few words from yourself on the fight and a historic moment.
All glory to God. It was an amazing night.
Someone monitoring the Instagram live session allegedly captured screenshots and posted them on Twitter, claiming Shakur declared, "You better appreciate my mercy because I could have damaged you far worse than I did." The precise wording remains unclear, since the Instagram live was quickly deleted afterward, but numerous sources confirmed the exchange was incredibly heated and disrespectful from both participants. Many viewers who witnessed the Instagram live emphasized that the animosity between Shakur and Teofimo appeared completely genuine, not manufactured for promotional purposes like some initially suspected. One boxing enthusiast immediately tweeted after watching, "Shakur absolutely destroyed Teo on IG Live. This is the most ruthless I've seen him. The rivalry is authentic and nowhere near finished." Another supporter posted online, "Teo appeared genuinely wounded by Shakur's words. You could sense this defeat really damaged his self-belief, and now Shakur is publicly adding insult to injury."
But I can't blame it on the dad, because I understand the coaching out of emotion aspect of it, but the dad know what his son could do, because I was like, where's the power at? So when the dad was yelling to him in the corner, where's the power? I'm saying to myself the same thing, like, yo, I betted on this.
The Instagram live confrontation allegedly continued for approximately 10 to 15 minutes before both fighters terminated the session, but the harm to their already strained relationship was obviously irreversible by that moment. Sources within Teofimo Lopez's circle disclosed that Lopez felt extremely hurt after the Instagram live concluded, believing Shakur violated boundaries with his public statements. Someone familiar with Lopez's perspective allegedly revealed, "Teofimo feels disrespected, not only by losing, but by Shakur's behavior afterward. This situation is far from resolved between them." However, people within Shakur Stevenson's circle maintain a totally different viewpoint, arguing that Lopez created this situation with months of trash-talking that clearly motivated Shakur. According to insiders who communicated with Shakur following the Instagram live drama, He believes Lopez disrespected him throughout the entire promotional campaign and earned everything he received, both inside the ring and subsequently. One source close to Shakur's team allegedly explained, Shakur was exhausted by Teo's constant disrespect for months now that he defeated him decisively. He's ensuring Teo understands exactly who the superior fighter is beyond question. The animosity between these fighters extends much deeper than most casual observers understand, originating from their amateur careers when they sparred years earlier. Both athletes have shared conflicting accounts of that sparring session, with Shakur insisting he dominated while Lopez maintains he won those exchanges in the gym. That sparring disagreement has intensified their rivalry for years, and many believe it significantly contributed to the emotional intensity during their Instagram Live confrontation after their professional encounter. Throughout the pre-fight promotional tour, Lopez made hostile comments at press conferences that allegedly irritated Shakur and nearly triggered a physical altercation before security intervened. Sources present at that press conference claim Lopez made inappropriate and personal remarks that crossed boundaries and caused Shakur to leap from his seat, ready for immediate conflict. Many boxing experts believe those press conference incidents motivated Shakur not just to defeat Lopez, but to completely dominate and humiliate him before the entire world at Madison Square Garden. Shakur's performance was so lopsided that even Lopez's father admitted afterward that something was wrong and that wasn't my son competing during numerous post-fight interviews.
Masterpiece, man. He looked so smooth, calm, and relaxed, man. That was beautiful. That was the one boxing lesson that you future guys, young guys and amateurs just turning pro, watch that, man. That was beautiful. He heard his father say in the corner.
Teofimo Lopez Sr. also criticized the media in pre-fight storylines for mentally affecting his son, insisting Teo was distracted by allegations and speculation that emerged during fight week regarding various personal matters. Nevertheless, most boxing authorities and commentators dismissed those justifications, emphasizing that Shakur was simply the superior athlete that evening and would have prevailed regardless of external distractions or psychological issues. The Instagram Live drama has introduced another dimension to this rivalry, with countless supporters and experts speculating about a potential rematch between these fighters eventually. However, considering Shakur's dominance in the lopsided scorecards, most people see no justification for an immediate rematch unless Lopez rebuilds his career with spectacular victories first.
Nothing at all, man. Just didn't come with the right plan. That's all. Better man won tonight. Good for him.
Do you feel like you'd like to run it back at some point with Shakur? I know you're someone that always wants to, like that time Kambosos beat you, you want to do it straight away, right?
I will see what happens next, man. I'm going to let my team do the work on that.
Certain boxing enthusiasts on social media have debated whether Shakur's Instagram Live conduct was acceptable, or if he should have demonstrated more respect toward Lopez after such a commanding victory. One supporter argued on Twitter, Shakur needs to display some dignity. He already defeated the man convincingly. No reason to publicly humiliate him on social media afterward. It reflects poorly on boxing. However, other enthusiasts completely disagreed and supported Shakur's right to talk confidently after proving himself with a masterful performance inside the ring, where results actually matter most. Another supporter posted, Lopez talked endless trash before the fight and got completely shut down. Shakur has every right to remind him who the better fighter is. Don't start what you can't finish.
Fight off after the fifth, Shakur could have stopped Teo, but he was scared to get his feet wet. At least Haney dropped Norman once.
I don't believe on the other shit. I'm not talking about nothing personal about all of that, but on the Teo thing or whatever, I was fucking with Chance the Rapper, right?
The discussion about sportsmanship versus competitive banter has dominated social media platforms, with the boxing community completely split on whether Shakur went too far or not. What makes this situation more fascinating is that Shakur actually posted something respectful to Lopez immediately after the fight, acknowledging him for accepting the challenge and risking his championship. Shakur's tweet stated, "Appreciate the opportunity. Teo, I respect you for not being afraid to put everything on the line, unlike these other fighters, which appeared very gracious and professional." Nevertheless, the Instagram Live drama completely contradicted that respectful public message. indicating there might be deeper resentment between these fighters than Shakur initially wanted to display after their bout. Many observers believe the Instagram Live occurred because Lopez was making justifications and not properly crediting Shakur, which annoyed Shakur and triggered his aggressive and personal response. Sources within both camps suggest the relationship between Shakur and Teofimo has reached an all-time low, with authentic hatred extending beyond competitive rivalry between the athletes. Meanwhile, Terence Crawford's participation in this controversy has worsened the situation, with Crawford sharing extremely hostile tweets about Lopez and his family after the fight concluded. Crawford tweeted, "They're angry, it's acceptable when they act up, it's problematic when I respond similarly."
For me, I know boxing, and like I told y'all, we was gonna see a little bit of athleticism, but we was gonna see Shakur be using his jab, going to the body, and we saw blood today. Shakur did great today. Only thing I can ask for is a stoppage. I can't ask for nothing else.
What would you think about, obviously, Teo's eye? He never seemed to be able to get into it at all. Is that kind of like the experience you had?
Crawford's tweet intensified the controversy and further upset the Lopez camp regarding their treatment by Shakur's team and supporters following the crushing defeat. Lopez has stayed mostly silent on social media since the Instagram Live drama, prompting speculation that he's processing the loss and planning his next career decisions. His promotional team has allegedly discussed potential comeback opportunities that could restore his confidence and momentum after such a lopsided defeat to Shakur at Madison Square Garden.
And they might even call me a hater after this with you, but, you know, congratulations. Everybody looked great. Everybody.
35. But damn, he looked his best right last night at 140. He looked amazing at 140. You know what I mean? So I don't know. There's no way. Teo was a great fight for Shakur. Don't get it fucked up. Don't think I'm saying opposite. No.
Certain boxing insiders have recommended that Lopez might benefit from moving to welterweight, where his natural size advantage might help him succeed against opponents who lack Shakur's defensive mastery. However, other authorities believe Lopez should remain at 140 pounds and work toward another title opportunity through impressive victories against division contenders. The Instagram Live controversy has definitely made any potential rematch between Shakur and Teofimo more commercially appealing, featuring genuine hostility that supporters would pay substantial money to witness resolved again. However, most boxing analysts agree that Shakur would likely dominate a rematch just as thoroughly as the first encounter, because the talent difference between them remains too significant. As this situation continues evolving over the upcoming days and weeks, the boxing world will monitor closely whether Lopez responds publicly to Shakur's Instagram Live comments. Many supporters hope Lopez will eventually address the situation by either confronting Shakur or taking the mature approach and focusing on rebuilding his career with positive progress. Currently, Shakur Stevenson is celebrating his status as the new 4-division world champion and victor in one of the most lopsided title fights in recent memory at Madison Square Garden. The Instagram Live controversy has enhanced his reputation as a fighter who supports his words with dominant performances, even though some question whether his post-fight behavior was appropriate or necessary. That concludes our coverage for now. For the latest updates on breaking news, highlights, events, and developments in professional boxing, make sure to subscribe to our channel and activate notifications to receive alerts when we release premium content like this. Until our next update, take care.